Yeah,
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin North Podcast, episode 140. Jaire gone. Are the Packers in peril? Something else ridiculous. McCarthy ranked over Caleb. No thanks on that, but we'll talk about it. Welcome again, everybody. You can find me on NFL Outdated on Twitter X. You can find me on YouTube on NFL Outdated. You can find us on Freezin #4 Pod on the TikTok. No dances yet for us, but maybe we will. Maybe we'll have to do some dances. So a lot of things coming out. Obviously, thanks for joining us, everybody. And welcome in someone who hasn't been here for a while. I'm glad to have you, Dale from Average Cheese. Where can everyone find you as we get started?
You can find us on Twitter X at Average Cheese, AVG Cheese.
And now the school year is over, and you're all set. It's
not for me, brother. MPS goes until the end of time, man. We're always in school after everybody else.
Hey, job security, my friend. Job security.
Yeah. No, never mind. I better not say this on the podcast. You're right. Job security.
And it's always good to have another Bear friend on, and I'm always glad to have you. G Walker, where can everyone find you?
What's going on, everybody? You can find me, G Walker, CNG Podcast on Facebook, on X, and on YouTube. All you gotta do is just type in CNG Podcast. You'll see us.
Always have great stuff. Love all your posts and everything like that. So always glad to have you here as well. And welcome in again. Seventh letter. Where can everyone find you as we start?
Find me on top of the NFC North.
Oh, that never gets old.
It will get old.
Oh man, Twitter X.
You know what? And you know. Hey, I always appreciate that. And also now we do have our Viking guy, and I'm trying to sneak in here. A lot of Vikings fans are saying that they're going to, run the North now. And I'm not buying it, but I'm always buying Dre. He's always bringing the heat, bringing some good stuff. Where can everyone find you as we get started?
You can hit me up on right now. It's just X. It's at Skullman Sports.
At Skullman Sports. You know what? I mean, there's some good news we're going to be talking about, obviously, for your guy, JJ McCarthy. I don't know what happened, but someone ranked JJ McCarthy over Caleb. We're definitely going to be talking about that, but we'll get into that soon. But right now, obviously the Packers, they're always, the top of the news cycle for everybody because, obviously when the season gets started, everyone's going to say, oh, Packers are going to the Super Bowl. But that might not be the case now with Jaire gone. Average Cheese, give us your reaction about Jaire Alexander not being there and kind of what your thoughts are on that move.
I think the timing of it is real strange. Why now? I don't know that, they didn't do anything in the draft to bring anybody in that would be an improvement over Jaire. I think they just kept trying to negotiate, trying to figure out, what can we do with this dude's contract and maybe make it a little more palatable for the Packers. And he didn't have to do anything, right? I'm under contract. You have to pay me this money or you have to cut me. It's that simple on his end. So he was like, nope, I'm not going to negotiate. I don't need to take less money. And in the NFL, where it's such a short career, he shouldn't take less money. Mm-hmm. You get all the money you can when you can. Are the Packers worse off today than they were yesterday? Yeah, I think so. I think Jaire's a heck of a player when he plays. But he doesn't play a full season. He doesn't play a full season very often. So it's like you roll the dice with him.
Did I hear that right? They're going to move like Bo Melton over there? Or what was the chatter I was hearing about that?
Yeah, Bo Melton took some reps with the corners. But Bo Melton is an odd man out anyway. They just, drafted 2 wide receivers in the top 100. He was the 6th or 7th guy anyway. Now you just add more guys to the mix. That guy's he's doing whatever he can to have a football career. I mean, is he going to replace Jaire? Heck no. He probably won't make the team, but he's got to give it a shot.
So if you're saying we're betting the Packers this year, any games, we're going to do the over on points. The Packers aren't stopping anybody. That's basically what you're saying, right?
That is not what I said. I don't remember saying any of those things.
It's a little bit of a Bears filter, but I'm all right with that,
Jaire didn't play last year.
Right.
I mean,
that's what I'm hearing too. That's what I'm hearing too.
There's no difference, really.
G Walker, what do you think as a Bears fan? I mean, Jaire Alexander being gone. Obviously, you know, when he plays, he's a top corner. What are your thoughts on him being gone?
I'm glad it's happening. You know what I mean? I'm glad he's, you know, the little bit of the mystique and the hold that the Green Bay Packers had of the Chicago Bears for the past 14. I don't know how many seasons, but a little by bit is starting to dissipate. And I'm happy about that. Jaire's gone. Aaron Rodgers is gone. We beat him in Lambeau. So I can't sit here and lie and say that I'm not, as a Bears fan, happy about this. I got to be honest.
Tell you what, I mean, this has been a crazy offseason already. I mean, obviously now Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, and Aaron Rodgers married. I saw a meme going around that a picture of his wedding that he married himself, which
he's crazy.
Well, he's absolutely crazy. But I mean, so seventh letter. I mean, obviously you're on the perch right now. Are the Packers like any closer or further away from knocking you off that perch?
I mean, it's every new season bring you a different thing. So it doesn't matter. Jordan Love could have been healthy last year and could have knocked us off last year. So, you know, every year is different. You guys are better. I think y'all got a coach.
Can you say that again? I like hearing that.
I think y'all got a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you guys will be better. So, like, it'll be a very competitive division. So, Jaire didn't play last year. Right. Jaire don't never play the whole season. So,
well, that's why it's interesting. Like I'm hearing, it'll be interesting. I don't know about Dre. Like if you need Jaire, if you're, I mean, what if he goes to the Vikings or the Bears? Or I mean, would you welcome him on the Vikings, Dre?
I mean, I don't see why not. Like having him, like in a sense of like it, we have like a need. I mean, we need depth at DB at this point. Like, so I wouldn't mind having him in that sense. Having said that, I've always kind of thought he wasn't that good. I think he has a lot of decent plays, but I think he gets helped out a lot, like from the safety over the top a lot of the time. And I think, he's fine, you know, like, but it's like I respected Al Harris back in the day, like covering Moss more than I respected him. Like, I just didn't find him as good. And then, like everyone else said, he wasn't on the field that much. So I think, like, if he can fix that, yeah, he could be decent. But I think that there's just a lot of question marks. He's not my number one pick of all the like kind of remaining free agents that are DBs. So if they end up with him, sure, we've made other like prior really good DBs come in from 1-year contracts to hopefully play well, and they have played well. So because I think if Flores can work with him, like I think like he could be decent enough. But I'm not like really hyped on him if he to go out, like we need to go get him. Like I'm not about that with him.
So who would you rather have other than him?
Out of the ones that are remaining, I think I like the guy who was on the Chargers. I'm forgetting his name right now.
Samuels?
Yeah, Asante Samuel Jr. I liked him. I think like he's like I think he was arguably before the draft was one of their bigger picks. That was supposedly like a spoken deal to be done, but that hasn't been done yet. So I guess not. I don't know. We'll see. But I like him a lot. I think like he could be really good. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think they're high on. I think they're high on their Blackman coming back. I think they're very high on him. So I think like that's why they're not trying to spend a lot of money on older DBs. So we'll see what happens there.
Hey, Dale, you know, if he goes to the Vikings, Bears, or Lions, if he goes in the division, it's a guarantee he's playing 17 games. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say that. That's what he'll do. He's got that attitude that you need in a corner, but it's also that attitude you don't want on your team. You know what I mean? Like he declared himself captain in one game. Like that's him. He's a free spirit. He's a hell of a player, though. When he plays, He's a great player, and I don't want him going in the division. I hope he signs in the AFC. The Packers don't see him all year long because, right, he'll have a chip on his shoulder every time he plays.
Well, speaking of chip on your shoulder, and we'll just kind of start with you as well. So, like, what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? Now going to be playing the Packers. He has an opportunity to be in that category of I think there's only 4 other players who have beaten every single NFL team. I mean, what were your kind of thoughts with the Aaron Rodgers kind of news to finally, being official with the Steelers?
Where else was he going to go? Right.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't any real landing spot for him.
Nobody else wanted him.
Right. You can't have him on a young team, right? Because you don't know if you're going to have him for more than a year or two. He had to go somewhere where they could possibly make the playoffs this year. Pittsburgh is really the only place. I like Pittsburgh for him. I think Aaron Rodgers can still play. I mean, his statistics weren't terrible coming off, a torn Achilles. I don't know. The Packers haven't beaten the Steelers since like 1941 in Pittsburgh. So the odds of Aaron Rodgers beating the Packers is pretty good, and he will also play with a chip on his shoulder. He wants to beat the Packers so badly. I know him. Everybody knows how he is. He's got a gigantic ego. He can't lose that game.
7th letter. I mean, are you worried about kind of Aaron Rodgers kind of, this year at all?
Why you think he's going? We kicked his ass out. You forgot? He saw the Lions starting to heat up. You're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. That's what happened, man. I ain't scared of Aaron Rodgers. Bye.
I'm kind of excited. G Walker, I'm kind of excited to have the Bears play him and just kind of exercise those demons and, really just kind of let's put them to sleep. I was actually at the game where we put Brett Favre to sleep. Let's go ahead and do that with Rodgers as well.
Yeah, man, it'll be poetry, man. It'll be something that we can put under our belt that we got Aaron Rodgers pretty much out of here with like Corey Wooden against Brett Favre. So the fact that we get to play Aaron Rodgers one more time, we couldn't beat him when he was with the Packers, but he's with the Pittsburgh Steelers and he's still playing the NFL. A win is a win. I hope we win that game and destroy him. And I hope it's 8 sacks. I hope it's 2 fumbles, and I hope Dexter got all those guys get all the fumble recoveries they can, man, because this is going to be epic, man. I think it's a primetime game. The storylines are going to be crazy. It's going to be pure cinema that night, and I cannot wait for the Bears to finally beat Aaron Rodgers. I still haven't forgot what he said. I own you. Well, we're going to see about that when Caleb and them boys do what they're supposed to do against them. I can't wait, man.
Speaking of can't wait, I can't wait for year 2 of Caleb. And kind of, just what I'm seeing in, hearing from OTAs and everything. Like, I love how Ben Johnson is pushing Caleb, pushing the team. What are your thoughts on Ben Johnson and his kind of effect on the Bears so far?
I mean, I think that you need a guy like that. You need somebody that's not going to play around. You want somebody that's going to be very direct. He's going to be very blunt. You know what I mean? You can't just walk up to the huddle and forget a play. No, you got to do it over and over and over again. Like, the best thing about Caleb Williams, we saw how good he was out of structure. The best thing about Ben Johnson, what I've seen so far from how he talks, how he tells players what he expects, he wants to exceed expectations. He wants everyone to be playing to a standard before the games even get here. So the fact that Ben Johnson is making sure Caleb is doing everything he needs to do as far as the details lets me know that this is going to be a very, very, I'm not going to say difficult, but Caleb Williams is going to have to learn how to listen to somebody that wants perfection from him. Like, we know Caleb can throw it off platform. We know he can throw it. We need to see you stack completions. We need you 5 for 6 on the drive, 10 for 13. You know what I mean? Between 2.5 quarters, something like that. You need to be very, very efficient. Very, very surgical. So Ben Johnson is doing exactly what I thought he could do, what he would be as far as setting the tone and the discipline for this team right now because they need it. Tyreek Stevenson playing in the end zone. That shit is not happening this year. DJ Moore falling on the ground because he's not getting the ball. Caleb Williams that shit is over with, man. So we needed a real grown up. He looks to be that grown up, and I can't wait to see it all come together.
Well, speaking of that, and I was a little bit I thought it was kind of comical when I saw rankings of quarterbacks going into 2025, and JJ McCarthy was ranked well ahead of of Caleb, and I just and even Aaron Rodgers I think was at 26, and so it was
Who
just
did the list? Who did the list?
Some dude named Henry McKenna from Fox Sports.
Fox Sports, yes.
So
I was just, I kind of took it as you know me on Twitter. I like to I like to play the troll, so I figured that was kind of like a troll one, a troll post to try to get responses because there's no way, obviously Dre is all in on JJ, and JJ can be good, but to rank him all the way, I think he was at 12 or 16.
He was at
12, and I think Caleb was at 21.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodgers was at 26. I mean, that blows my mind. I mean, obviously, I think, JJ
Jared Goff.
Oh, I think he was 32.
It's crazy. Yeah, fuck that.
No, I didn't see where he was. I'm sure he was probably top 10. Find it.
Should be.
But I mean, this is Dre. This is a lot of hype. This is a lot. This is too much.
I mean, I think the issue comes down to coaching. I think that's the big benefit of the doubt they're giving McCarthy. Because I mean, he hasn't been actually played with them, but he hasn't he wasn't arguably the best big numbers thrower when he was in Michigan, all that. But KOC has really shown how good of a coach he can be to random quarterbacks. And I think they're giving him the benefit of the doubt in that sense. I mean, he is a national championship winning quarterback. I'm not I'm in on him obviously, but I don't know what he's going to be. He could tank, honestly.
Seventh letter.
But I think when it comes to looking at the Bears at Caleb Williams, I mean, yeah, the system was bad last year, but we also haven't really seen Ben Johnson as a full coach work with a quarterback like that. Yeah, he offensive coordinator, sure, but obviously he's not the head coach. So there's a lot of just iffiness from the coaching standpoint, whereas on the other side with the Vikings, there's just a lot of evidence. So I think that's where a lot more of the hype is coming from. Yeah, media overhypes things. I don't know if I would put him that high either, but I mean, I get it comparing him in that sense. I think that's, if anything, why they went that way, but still, I would say arguably too high.
Yeah.
Well, seventh letter, the media loves the big KOC. They do. It's a shameless plug here as well for our new merch site. We have the big KOC shirt out. Thanks to RevTrev designing some. We got some other ones coming too, but so hit up that site. We're gonna have shirts for every single NFC North team. Obviously the Bears. I'm excited for the Bears one that I'm gonna get. It says Caleb's Crib Lambeau.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, y'all should have never let them beat.
You beat the backup, and all of a sudden it's your home.
Yeah. You should have never let them beat.
Week 18. I love it. I love it.
Play with them bums.
But so we've been talking the last few weeks about just game day experiences. So I want to talk a little bit about obviously Lambeau. I experienced Lambeau. Dale, you've been to a few different places, I believe. When you look at kind of ranking game day experiences, what is kind of best in your mind?
So I've been to Detroit and I've been to Green Bay. I've never been to Chicago to a Bears game. I mean, I'm super biased. You know what I mean? I've been to around too many places. What I found is a lot of places don't tailgate, and I think that's a kind of a uniquely Midwestern thing. We went to San Francisco and watched the game. We're going to Arizona this year. We went to Tennessee. They don't tailgate, and that's weird to me because I've lived in Wisconsin my entire life. You know what I mean? So when I go to places, where are your grills? I don't want to go to the bar and pay $80 for a beer. I'd rather just sit and drink in my own. So I don't know. I like
go
Detroit.
To a Bills game.
What's that? A Bills game?
Go to if Packers play in Buffalo, go to a Bills game. That is, their tailgates are a good time.
Right on. I'd like to go to Detroit for another game. I kind of like the whole downtown thing too, where everything is in one area.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. I never saw that many Detroit Lions fans in my life. It was like a parade. Yeah, man, it was beautiful. And we beat the shit out of them.
I ended up going to we talked about this, the Chargers Lions game a couple of years ago, and it was pretty much a Lions home game, and Lions fans showed out. Obviously, they won that game. And
shootout.
What's that?
In the shootout.
Yeah, it was.
Jaire
That's right.
Yeah.
And but we talked about between the division at home games, and I mean, I've been to Bears games, and even objectively, I like Bears games as a Bears fan, but objectively, I don't know about you, G Walker, how many games have you been to? I don't think currently it's the best atmosphere for, I mean, just a game day experience all around. I mean, there's some tailgating a little bit further away, but I don't know what your thoughts are on Bears games.
I haven't been to many Bears games. Like, to be honest, I'm not a in-person football type of guy. I like in my basement with my TVs on the wall. You know what I mean? My food brought to me, or I'm getting my food and everything. I'm not really a game experience type person, but I have been to Family Fest where they do like the practice. You get to see the players practice and run their drills and all that every summer. So it's cool if you're into like tailgating and parking and loud people and standing in lines and the whole thing. And sometimes fans fight each other. Like, if you into that, man, more power to you. But me personally, I just like to be home, man, and watch it. It's a better experience at home for me personally.
So, and I'm interested. We kind of ranked the NFC North teams, and number one, it was kind of between the Packers and the Vikings. Packers, just because that mystique. There really is nothing like just where the Packers Stadium is, located, and just all the houses around, kind of tailgate and things like that. The Vikings kind of have a fantastic stadium, so they kind of do it up well. We had the Bears at 3. We actually all had the Lions at 4. Actually, that was when you were not here, 7th letter. So I mean,
yeah, that's why. But I won't even let y'all do that bullshit. Your stadium is disgusting in Chicago. What are you talking about, yo? Get up out of here! Come on, man. Come on.
Special about Detroit. I mean, I went there for the draft.
What do you mean? Detroit had one of the best playoff atmospheres in the world's history a year ago. What are you talking about?
But what made it special?
Detroit, it's newer than that old ass Chicago stadium. What are you talking about? All right, you can convince me. You can convince me with the Green Bay because of the mystique and the fucking trophies named after they coach. Fine. All right, they get number 1. And the Vikings, because I did hear about that, the experience there. It's a brand new stadium. It's beautiful from what I hear. You know what I mean? Even though Minnesota is the tiniest big city ever, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how good it could be. And I've been to Minnesota. I'm never going back to Minnesota. But it is what it is. Detroit Stadium, I'm a Lions fan. Of course, I'm going to be a little bit more, but it's better than Giant Stadium. You know what I'm saying? It's better than Eagle Stadium. Like, it's not. I don't know why you got me in 4 behind the Bears Stadium. I've been to the Bears Stadium. Yeah, you're bugging out.
Well, Chicago Bears Stadium has a lot of. It's right on the lake, man. You can see the Shed Aquarium. You can see the museum. You got the skyline right there. All that stuff is right there, bro. Like, Chicago downtown is one of the best downtowns in the country, if not number 1. Period.
That's why y'all trying to build another stadium.
No, you know what, bro? As a true Chicagoan born and raised, man, I want to take that nice, crisp drive to the suburbs, man. Like, just to get away from the city. You know what I mean? Just to get away from the city. Like, just to drive, that nice road up there in Arlington Heights. It's nice up there, man. Just to see our own Chicago Bears land, Chicago Bears, Disneyland, whatever you want to call it. I'm for that, man. I really want to see how that comes into fruition, just to see the Chicago Bears with their own everything, because we're still one of the only franchises that's paying rent where we play football at. That is crazy. Like, why do we have to act like broke billionaires all the time, bro? Like, so I'm hoping they do something really dope with Arlington Heights, man. It was looking good for a while, and I saw again that he missed a deadline, but Kevin Warren won't pose in the ground this year. don't look like it's going to happen. But man, for me personally, let's get away from the city, man. Let's just get away and build our own Chicago Bears world. I would love to see that, man.
And if more money goes into the stadium and everything too, or into the team, I'm all for that as well.
Absolutely. That'd be dope, man. I can't wait to see when they actually, I want to see everything, the specs, the floor. I can't wait to see they actually do that. That's going to be something. It's going to be something if they can do it.
So
I'll go to. That I'll go to. I'm not going to no Soldier Field. That one I will go to.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. So like,
that's how nice the stadium is.
Well, but here's the thing. We have the history. We have the history.
I ain't going there, but it's better than yours.
But we have the history, though. We have the history.
What history?
Outside. I mean, we've got all that cold weather success right there. The Lions just is this like the third or fourth stadium the Lions have had?
All I know, the Silver Dome and Ford Field. That's all I know.
All right.
Who we used to fill 84,000 capacity crowd. Barry Sanders crowd yelling, Barry. Crazy. Come on, man. Don't do that to me.
You know I like to get you going
behind your whack ass stadium, yo, because it's your show.
It's everything around downtown
I was listening to that shit dying last week in the Uber, yo. I was dying.
We're trying to get you on, too.
Like, God damn, I can't get on. Talking that crazy shit. I couldn't get in.
Everything around the stadium downtown Chicago was what makes that whole area just pop. Other than that, that stadium is not all that, man. It's really not.
I agree. And there's really no like
no way. Go ahead.
There's really no like food options either. And actually, I'm going to a Cubs game.
And then Chicago
this
got
weekend.
the best food.
Chicago got the best
fucking food.
They do, and there's really nothing.
Wrigleyville smokes.
All right, Wrigleyville. Put the new list up. You're 4. Move that shit down. You're 4. Stop it. I was dying last week listening to that mess. I forgot all about that. You reminded me.
So
Wrigleyville, man.
So Wrigley, they've really kind of done that up. It's a lot better. Obviously, nice. The hardest thing is with the parking, but they've actually built it up, and that's what I want to see for the Bears. When you talk about state of the art facilities, overall, I love Minnesota for their stadium. It's just a fun place. There's really not a bad seat in the stadium. Although it is a little bit corny, Dre, and we talked about this, the fake snow that comes. They have the videos about freezing old time football, and then they have fake snow that comes down, and I'm like, okay, well,
wow, really?
Yeah, it's a little bit cheesy, but I get it. They're trying to, the whole ambiance atmosphere, but the Vikings, they do it well.
Yeah, I honestly have never really experienced that. I've never been to the stadium for a game, so I've been to the stadium inside, but I've never been to the stadium as a game.
I'm gonna take you
just because
when we play each other. I'm gonna take you. We're gonna drive up there. I'm gonna take you.
I mean,
all right. Well, I thought you said you weren't going back.
Are you gonna pay for me to go? I'll take the free ticket.
You're gonna go. You've never been. You're wrong. Like, come on, man. Everybody should be to their stadium before, so I'm gonna take you.
I mean, I've been to the Metrodome when that was a thing.
Oh, the Metrodome is a horrible place to watch baseball.
Oh yeah, it was a great stadium. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say it was a great stadium. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying I've been there.
But who are you going to see the Cubs play though, Andy? Who you want to see?
So on Father's Day to see that's kind of a Father's Day thing. We're going to see the Pirates. So I got to check. I don't know if Skeens is actually pitching, but and that's the thing. So I would take a Cubs game over a Bears game. Absolutely. Yes. And just the whole history, the Ivy, all of that, talking baseball. But I am even a little bit kind of like, about going downtown Chicago. It's just kind of like I had to buy expensive parking and all of that. And so it's just, it's not the best kind of atmosphere. But when you get in the stadium, it's just something about that stadium. So, and I get that for Packer fans as well. Like, even if it was trash outside, you kind of get in there and, you have that history, all that. They do it well.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of go through a little bit too. So obviously this is an early schedule thing, and I don't have Dale on here very often now. So I just want to go through and your thoughts for the schedule. I mean, I want to get your thoughts on the Packers, because I'm hearing, Packers 13 wins, 14 wins, and I don't know. I'm on record to say that I don't know if any team in our division wins more than 11 games. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. Although we could still be poised to do well in the postseason. But Dale, what are your thoughts on the Packers' schedule?
I mean, we play each other. Like you just said, this is a good division, football. I mean, the Bears aren't going to win 5 games. They're going to be better than that, right?
Oh,
they should. Well, I should say they should, but I don't know.
I thought you were gonna knock me down. You said they weren't gonna win 5 games.
Everybody in the whole that's ever been on your show in life feels like y'all better than 5 wins. Everybody does. Y'all got
they're the kings of the offseason, so they should
7 and 8 win team last year with the injuries. Y'all just bums.
With a broken coach, we did well. All right, yeah, go ahead, Dale.
Yeah, I think
y'all's getting on my nerves, yo. That's all.
I think
I'll be one of my black quarterbacks to win, yo. So it's like, come on, man.
We went through the schedule, and I think the Packers win 11 games. I don't see them winning 13, 14 games. There's just too many bumps in the road. There's too many, scheduling things that it's like, damn. There's a lot of there's some short rest games playing good teams. We go, up 2 teams in a row. We play Detroit in week 1. We play Washington in week 2. Like, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, we're at home for the first time in like 8 years in opening week, but we play Detroit, right? And then we got to play Washington the next week. Those are tough games. And I'm not a big Dallas guy, but Dallas in the beginning of the season
they can play,
is better than Dallas at the end of the season. So we get them in week 4. It's like, great, at Dallas. We've never lost in Dallas in Jerry Jones' stadium, but Dak is better in week 4 than he is in week 12. And they won't be crying. George Pickens, right? They have George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. That won't go south until like week 9 or 10. George Pickens will be having a fit on the field, throwing his helmet and shit like Justin Jefferson. but it won't happen in week 4 is my whole point. You know what I mean? So,
right.
So they're still going to be okay. There's just I think Denver is going to be better than they were last year too. We play Baltimore and Lamar Jackson. Like, there's a lot of tough games on this schedule. The Packers are going to have to be a good football team to win 11 games.
At Arizona is not going to be easy either.
I hate Kyler Murray. I don't hate the man, but I think that Kyler Murray is a terrible quarterback. I don't ever see him being a great player in this league. I'll be at that game, so the Packers better not lose.
Yeah, he good in the beginning. He wanted to.
Well, I mean, Harrison may be better for him this year. I mean, who knows?
Should be.
But
yeah, they're not a bad team. I just don't. Kyler Murray doesn't do it for me.
Are you picking the Packers to beat the Steelers?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Steelers is like sneaky good. Like, they tough as hell.
Right.
So,
and I
make you ugly. You know what I mean? They punch you all in your face all game. You got to hit them back. You got to try to like out tough them. Like, they get sacks. They get turnovers. Offense don't have to do nothing, and they still in the game. Like,
right. And all of a sudden they somehow win a game, 19-17 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a tough game. I don't think the Packers will get blown out in that game, but I think the Aaron Rodgers factor is enough. I really do. I think he's going to want to play better in that game than any other game in the entire season. So I think that's a loss. Yeah.
So another game, and hearing a little bit about from kind of OTAs or whatever, that Bryce Young is actually talking a little bit more trash talk in practice, and maybe the Panthers are tougher than we're giving them credit for.
Yeah.
Probably, but they were god awful last year. Like, they can't be worse, can they?
They can. That's the thing. They probably can.
And Bryce Young in shorts, great, Bryce. Let's see when somebody's chasing you around. That's 350 pounds and actually going to hit you. Let's see how much shit you're talking then.
Yeah, you can have that look. He played good last year, though. He made me proud. I felt good for him.
Yeah, he
finished the season strong.
He got benched and got better.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
And sometimes you gotta learn accountability, yo. That's just the best teacher ever.
Absolutely.
So I like this, like, you know, I don't know. The Giants, they've tried to upgrade their quarterback situation. I don't know what Russell Wilson is. I know Jameis Winston's just kind of like a cheerleader. I mean, he is box office to listen to, but I think he's god awful as a quarterback. And you know, who knows if the rookie's already starting, you know, by week 11.
He might be. Jackson Dart
Yeah,
probably
Philly down
will be.
there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of tough games in the schedule. I mean, you win 10, 11 games, you go to the playoffs. This is the schedule you get every year. I mean, you're not used to it. But
well, so let's. I'm going to give. You know, obviously, G Walker. What are your thoughts on the Bears? And then I want to have everyone kind of react. Then, so we know that I have said that I'm picking the Bears to win either 11 or 12 games here. So are you on that same wavelength with me?
Yes, I am, because I'm gonna go through these kind of quick. So let's get to it. Week 1, we got Minnesota, right? We got a rookie quarterback going against Dennis Allen.
W.
That's a W. Then we got Detroit. We got Ben Johnson, who knows the in and outs of the Detroit Lions. They lost that offensive coordinator. They lost the defensive coordinator. Then I think y'all lost y'all center or y'all left tackle or something. So that's a W for us. Then we got Dallas. I think that's going to be a trick game. We might end up losing this game. I think the Eberflus's defense is going to be good at the beginning of the season. That could be a tricky one, but I'm going to give it to us. We're going to win that game. Then we got week 4. We got the Raiders. So right now I got us 4-0, which I can't believe I'm saying that shit. Like, this is crazy. Then after the bye, who do we have?
Washington, yeah.
I think we lose that game. I just know something about the Commanders. I don't think the Bears are built for a shootout. As much as I like Caleb Williams and I like Ben Johnson, the thing that beat the Lions last year was that I knew this, and I called it before the game even happened, was that I don't think the Lions can survive a shootout. I don't think Jared Goff was that type of quarterback to consistently just keeping on.
All right,
I know y'all defense was hurt, and I know y'all defense was hurt, but y'all got smoked, man. I just did not see y'all.
You don't like that?
No. I'm bugging out.
So we got New Orleans. That's a win. Who else? Baltimore. That's a loss. Cincinnati. That's a loss. The Giants. Yeah, we win that game. Minnesota. They might get some get back. JJ McCarthy. I think we split with them. Pittsburgh. I think we beat Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers will probably be hurt. He'll be hurt by then, probably.
Yeah, maybe. Then we got Green Bay. I think we split with Green Bay. Cleveland. Purdue's a rookie. I think we win that. San Francisco, I think we win. Yeah, we got some wins on here, but we just got to pull them out, man. Like, we lost 4 games or 5 games from stupid shit last year, whether it was timeouts and damn block field goals and Eberflus putting big-ass Billings in coverage on the 3rd and 12, and we lose the game. Like, if we can just minimize the mistakes and do that, we got at least 3-4 wins, man. So we can probably get 11 wins, man. We got to see. We got to see, can Caleb stay in structure, bro? Like, everybody talking, I'm like, no, bro. He has to be that Mustang. I've been calling him a Mustang. Y'all know some horses are stubborn. Caleb is a Mustang, bro. He's going to have to really understand that you can't play a wild style type of football all season long, bro. You're going to have to be way more patient, way more accurate, and way more surgical. He's going to have to. So that's a big deal this whole offseason. In the first 2 games, we'll know if Caleb is really in structure and that Mustang type of gunslinger mentality has been under control.
Yeah, yo, he on dope. He on dope. Word.
4-0, baby.
Hey,
that wasn't unreasonable. 4-0, though. That wasn't unreasonable. That's not unreasonable, bro.
That is absolutely not.
Man, you gonna lose to the Vikings week 1?
How are we gonna lose to the Vikings?
Easily lose to the Vikings week 1.
A home game versus JJ McCarthy. I mean,
you're the Bears. Y'all ain't good yet.
There's no way.
Who is he throwing the ball to, though?
Man, fuck around, beat the shit
McCarthy.
He's gonna throw it to Tyreek Stevenson.
Throwing the ball to?
Right,
Tyreek Stevenson.
He's not throwing it to Tyreek Stevenson. Shut up. He's like celebrating in the end zone. He'll be celebrating like in the middle of quarter 1, thinking they won, and then let everything like be past him.
If the Vikings are smart,
Vikings got an easy ass schedule in the beginning too, yo.
if the
Yeah.
Vikings are
As
smart, what I was
usual.
gonna say, you know,
As
they will
usual, yo.
hand the ball off.
It was
a lot
15. It
early.
was 14-3. This easy ass schedule, yo. They shit all nice in the beginning.
This Viking schedule, though, I think you know, Atlanta's going to be tougher. I think JJ McCarthy may be murdered in week 2 versus Atlanta versus that pass rush. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Right? I
They
mean,
loaded up on that draft, man. They loaded up.
They
Man,
did.
Little itty bitty players up front.
Who are the
Atlanta.
starting
All
quarterbacks though, and what was the when they played last against each other? Who won?
And they beat the shit out of Atlanta. Like badly.
No, I'm not even talking Atlanta. I'm just talking McCarthy versus Penix. Like out of the two of them, like one of them. When they played the last time.
We're
Just
talking
saying.
college. Come on.
Like, he wasn't ready for that Michigan.
I
defense.
cannot even with
That was
Viking fans giving me completion percentages and trying to dunk on me on Twitter with all these ridiculous stats from college. They're college. Come on. That's like practice. We're talking about practice.
Don't get me wrong.
Come on.
Don't get me wrong. I was rooting for Washington to win that game. I thought Penix and Odunze, I thought they were going to ball out. Unfortunately, that's not what happened.
Well, so I get it. You know, I think Vikings fans have a ton of hope and you know, it's kind of like it's cute, right? You know, but I mean, we'll see. I mean,
y'all
obviously
have the
it's a
same
huge question mark.
exact faith in Caleb Williams. Let's be frank.
Yes,
here.
but
Like,
he
y'all
proved
have
it. He already went through a full season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did.
we haven't we played one preseason game. It's not a valid comparison when it comes to like one season versus not. One hasn't played. So it's like going into
I think you just made my case for me though.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that like you have to compare how you guys were last year versus how we are this year. So I think like that is the comparison. Like, yeah, it's a year different, but that's how we are. It's not like a relative overhyped here. That's how we feel because this is what we should have had last year, but we didn't because of the meniscus. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to like say like he's going to be like the greatest thing ever. He's not going to be the next Tom Brady. I'm not saying that right now. All I'm saying is that like we're excited about him because like we picked him at number 10. That's the highest overall quarterback that we've done in a really long time. And like I'm the last time they did a high that high of a quarterback pick, but the last one was Teddy, which was like okay, fine, and then before that it was Ponder, which I from the get I hated. I absolutely hated that pick. This one I feel a lot more confident than I did over Teddy and that I did over Ponder for sure.
I think Ponder did better. Ponder did better with his wife than he did in the NFL.
He was a bum.
You know, G Walker.
Yes,
you know what Dre sounds like to me.
The Bears have that too with Mitch Trubisky. So it's the it's
you
the
sound
same
like
quarterback.
when we were trying to be Trubisky apologists, and I get it. I think my fantasy football team name one year was Trubisky's to my car. And I was all in. And you know, I'm still all in on my guy Justin. I think he's going to be 1-0 to start. He's going to be 1-0 to start the season, and I'm still all in on him for the Jets. I think he's going to take the reins there. I think he is going to do well with them there. But Caleb, he's better. Head and shoulders better. I get you're excited for JJ.
Man, I wish you had a tape. You need to go back more.
Pump those brakes though for JJ. Go back for what? Go back for what?
We don't know what JJ is, man. We don't know what he is, man. Mm-hmm. Like, and that's something that if you're a Viking fan, that's kind of scary because you guys are built to win right now. So you guys got to see if he can actually step in right away and be ready to play. Like, who's you guys is, top running back? Do you guys got a good running game that they can protect him? You know what I mean? Like, he got to learn Justin Jefferson and all those other guys and get in chemistry for a playoff team, bro. That's a lot of pressure for a rookie to come right in and step right in.
So here's the thing, like looking at it from the other side, like last year, quote unquote, we knew what Darnold was, and he was a bust. He was a top 3 overall. He was a bust. He wasn't going to do anything. He comes in, balls out. So even when we knew, quote unquote, knew what we were to get, we got the opposite. So in this situation, like this is like the thing. Like I trust. Like at this point, I'm gonna say like I think coaching is what's gonna like make him really good. Like I mean, yeah, he may not execute. That's always a risk. Like there's always a risk of a Jamarcus Russell here. Like there's always that risk. I obviously hope not that's the case, but that could always happen. You know, like so we'll. Again, like
there's a lot of pressure on
the wide receiver. Even you have the coaching, and then you have Jefferson, who has made bums look good. Like that, at the end of the day, is like he's made them look like competent quarterbacks. So, like he just same with Darnold. He just has to be good enough in this system. He doesn't have to be amazing. He doesn't have to be the number 1 quarterback. He just has to get the right people the ball, which I think he can do.
That's well said, bro. And I would take that too if I was in your shoes with a rookie quarterback like that. Like, yeah, you just gotta play and not lose the game. You know what I mean? And that's where you're gonna learn who he really is. Because if he can't do the basic stuff, then there's no way he's gonna be able to do the difficult stuff when you're gonna need him to do it. So, and eventually the training wheels got to go off. But yeah.
Trev, what are you doing here? I mean,
and that's from a Packers fan.
Yeah, but you see, he's trying to stoke it. Now,
you're not.
here's my opportunity. So, what have been Jordan Love's statistics so far in his career? Do we have those yet? I mean, he's we're not even sure what he's going to be yet, right? You know, are you? You're still a little. You have question marks on him, Dale. Still, right?
No
question marks at all.
Jordan Love's rookie season would have been like the best Bears quarterback season in the history of their 100-year franchise.
Oh, God. We know that.
Okay, well then, if his rookie season is better than all of those, why would I worry? I'm not worried about Jordan Love at all.
Well, why would you compare that to the Bears though? Like that's an easy low-hanging fruit take right there. Like that's
because the owner of the show keep asking that fucking question. That's why.
I do have
over and over again
every week.
I have one legitimate worry about Jordan Love. I don't know. My question is, will Jordan Love be hungry enough this year? Will he have that chip on his shoulder now that he's getting married? He's getting married here in a couple weeks. You know, he's just going to be a shell of himself. You know, I just don't know. When you look at Jordan Love, I mean, pre-marriage and then kind of downhill. It's just kind of.
Is that how it goes?
Is that how it goes?
After you get married, everything's downhill from there. He don't play that way, though.
Don't do this.
Jordan Love is not a kid. He's half my age. A young man that is going to need. He's not that like I need a chip on my shoulder type guy. He's real even keel. He doesn't get super high, super low. I don't see why he would. He's not going to regress. That's not.
He's not going to get better either. Like, what is he going to have to improve? He don't have to improve on anything. Like,
he has to improve on his decision making. He needs to stop making like, oh, I'm going to make this big play right here when there's nothing there to make. That's the one thing that he definitely needs to fix. I think he needs to run more. I think that's ridiculous. But like, I think the Packers have told him as a young quarterback, you stay in the pocket, you stay in the pocket, you stay in the pocket. But I think he needs to get out and use his legs a little bit. He's not Lamar Jackson, but it opens up the offense when he decides to move, right? It opens up lanes for when he throws the football. So I think he needs to be a little more creative with his legs. He's going to be better. It's his third year, throwing the football. I don't see why he'd be worse.
I'm really curious to see how he does in that Steelers game, because one thing that, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, right? And I think Aaron Rodgers doesn't try to be anybody but who he is, And what I'm curious, I wonder in that game if kind of being on the stage with Aaron Rodgers, if Jordan Love will kind of almost like press to kind of, I have to beat Aaron Rodgers. I have to do this. I think we forget sometimes these players are not robots. They are human. They, take things into account. And I don't know. I mean, if I was a Packer fan, I would be worried about Jordan Love's footwork. He just seems to, try to throw off the back foot, and I don't know. Obviously, enough.
Back foot merchant.
So next week, actually, we're going to have a pro quarterback come on, and I'm not going to say his name yet, but he's actually in one of the other leagues. He's going to come on and kind of talk a little bit more about that. But I'm really curious, why Packers fans aren't more worried about this footwork and just like him being more accurate.
Good point. Good question.
Oh, did I mute you, Dale?
He was hurt. He was hurt last year. We all know he was hurt last year.
I think you muted yourself, Dale.
I apologize. They said the same thing about Brett Favre. He throws off his back foot. He throws, he's trying to throw it through guys. We said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers throws off his back foot, never sets his feet. We're saying it's the same thing about Jordan Love. There's one consistent thing about all of them. They are all winning football games. I know that you don't win it just as the quarterback. There's, entire franchise behind you, but Jordan Love is the least of my worries as a Packer fan. It's not him. There's plenty of other things to worry about. The quarterback position isn't it.
Then they lead the league and drop passes or some shit like that.
Yes, the Packers, they're doing it again in OTAs apparently too. But yeah, the Packers receivers have a problem with drops. It's that simple. It's not a Jordan Love problem.
How's Golden looking in OTAs and everything?
He looks like the guy, I think. I mean, you see him and you're like, damn. He is. So Christian Watson is elite speed, right? But he can't run the whole tree. I think Golden can run the whole route tree. His feet are so much better than Christian Watson's, who is probably the most athletic wide receiver on the Packers roster. But he's going to be wide receiver 1 week 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there.
Wide receiver 1, really.
So if I'm
and I love Jaden Reed. I'm a huge Jaden Reed guy, but I think Golden is the best of those.
So if I'm doing fantasy football, I should go for Golden.
Late, yeah. If you're not in a Packers draft where it's all Packers fans, you could pick Golden up in the late rounds. Yes, he's a steal back there.
I get it. Okay, so I love to think that Jordan Love is mid. He has definitely some upside, and I think when you look at the Packers season, though, like, is it all on his shoulders then?
No, we have a running back named Josh Jacobs, and they're building their offensive line similar to what the Lions do. They're just putting huge guys up front right now, and they're going to run the ball more than they have. They ran the ball more last year than they had in the past, and I think they will continue to do that. It's not on Jordan Love's arm to, he doesn't have to win every game because they have other weapons. I think Savion Williams too. I know you didn't ask, but Savion Williams is going to be a game changer for the Packers. Packers have tried to have that guy, that move guy in their lineup, and now they have a guy with actual physical skills. I mean, the Packers put Tyler Ervin and Josiah DeGuara, guys who are just awful football players, and try to put them in a role where they'd move them around. Savion Williams is a different cat. I think he is going to be elite.
And who are they moving to center then? Is that all kind of there's still some contract negotiations on that, right?
I think Elton Jenkins wants to get paid like a guard or a tackle before they move him to center, because then his value drops off, right? We talked about that on our podcast too. I think it's going to end up being Jenkins. If not, it's a hodgepodge of Sean Ryan or Jacob Monk. It's guys you've never heard of if you're not a Packer fan. It's not going to be great. The rest of the line should be very good. I still think they'll move Jenkins to center. They'll negotiate. Maybe the whole Jaire thing frees up enough money where they can do something with Elton Jenkins and keep him happy. Extend him for a minute. If they extend him for another 2 years, he probably will play his entire career in Green Bay because he's on the wrong side of 30.
Well, that's obviously as Bears fans, we know a hodgepodge offensive line. I mean, that could be a key to go against the Packers doing well this season if they don't get that figured out. But that's an interesting point that now they got the Jaire stuff figured out that they may, put a little bit more money at him, and, so they got a little bit more money there. So I wanted to ask you, G Walker, on that. Obviously, we talked about offline, the Bears trying to get a running back or what they're going to do. We've got, like $15 million, cap money there, whatever to do with it. Obviously, people thought we were going to go with Chubb or a running back. He's off the board. Dobbins is off the board. Are the Bears going to do something there with that extra money?
If they do, I think it's going to be on the defensive side of the ball, because we're still not as good as we should be as a pass rush. Like we still got Montez Sweat there. You still got Dayo, the guy we got from the Colts, but it's still not enough. It's just not enough for us to think we're going to get to a quarterback like we should. Like, so that extra money somewhere, somehow, it needs to go to on the defensive side of the ball. The running back position, I think we're fine. I think Swift is going to be okay. I think Roschon is going to get another crack at it, but I don't think we're going to be that much of a running football team. I think that we got so many safety blankets for Caleb Williams. It's crazy. We got Cole Kmet is still pretty good. You got DJ Moore still pretty good. You got Roman Dunze, who's still pretty good. You got guys that he can just dump that ball off to where you cannot get rid of the running game, but it won't stop this offense from performing the way that it should be because of the weapons that they got on that side of it. And I hope we keep the OG, man. Like, I hope that somehow we can keep him.
You want Keenan Allen back?
I do. I just do, because I think that he built a rapport with Caleb Williams. You know what I mean? Just as someone he can trust with the ball. But a lot of people don't want Keenan Allen to return. I'm fine with that, but he asked me. But me personally, I would take him back. But it's a lot of weapons for Caleb Williams to throw that ball to. I don't want to hear it this year. Like Luther Bedard, and you got Colston Loveland, who's like a 3-level, 4-level tight end who could beat corners. He can beat linebackers. He can beat safety. He can go vertical. Like, I don't want to hear no excuse for the ball to be moved. So I'm not worried about the offensive side of the ball as much. It's the defensive side of the ball with that pass rush, because Montez Sweat is looking like a number 2 more than a number 1. I hate to say he doesn't look like that 1A. You know what I mean? So we need to get him some more help, because it's not looking like he's alpha to me.
Well, can we, obviously, thanks for listening, Giant Goofballs. Can we all kind of join together and agree that the Giants are going to suck this year, right?
Yes.
They did show. They did show
we love you, Giant Goofballs. Thanks for joining.
They did
us.
show a New York Giants practice where they showed like some type of stunt play, and it looked kind of crazy. The defense is going to be good this year.
Their pass rush is going to be really good.
Yeah. I mean, usually when defenses are really good, the offense really sucks.
Although, I do think Jackson Dart's going to be good going forward. So,
do you?
I do actually. Barely had diapers last Bears ring. Oh, there we go. All right. Yes. Hey, I still have my VHS of the Super Bowl Shuffle. All right. My VHS. Let that sink in. But hey, it's our year. We're coming. We're coming. Caleb's crib, all that stuff. We're coming for the Packers. We're coming. I like, G Walker, I like that you saying Bears are going to split, with the teams, because I get it. It's the division. I think it is going to be a gauntlet. It's going to be tough to, make adjustments, with, division teams. And obviously we have a lot of Vikings and Packer fans and Lions fans saying that they're just going to sweep the Bears, and we are the same old Bears. We're not the same old Bears.
No, we're not. We're not the way that we had the offensive coordinator come from the Lions. He's been a top 5 offense for the past 3 years. He put lipstick on a pig, and look at what happened to Jared Goff. You mean to tell me he's not going to be able to work miracles with Caleb Williams? Come on, man.
Jared Goff was the number 1 pick in the NFL draft at some point. He's a talented quarterback, different from yours, but he's a talented quarterback. So
why did Ben Johnson leave? Because he can't what? Ben Johnson said, you cannot just sit in the pocket and just throw the ball like that anymore, because defenses are too good. You have to be able to throw off platform.
Oh, fuck Ben Johnson.
Well, Ben Johnson.
Wait.
I was just gonna say Ben
I don't never
Johnson.
forget. Listen, hold up. He never heard this. Fuck Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson lost us a playoff game.
No, he did
Ben
not.
Johnson. After we
No,
go
he didn't.
15 and
We're
2.
not gonna do that.
Ben Johnson, Ben Johnson had how
Bro,
are
he
you
helped y'all put
passing
up-
the
y'all put up
ball
30
and Jaire Gibbs
How
is
many more
averaging
points do y'all
9
wanna
yards
score?
a carry?
How many?
Why are
points
you
do have to
passing the
score?
ball?
How many?
Why are
points
you
do
doing
need?
trick plays in the third quarter down 17 points with the dumbest wide receiver we got? Not like, he's talented and fast, but he's the dumb one that's like, I'm still going to throw it. I'm still going to throw it. What the fuck you doing? Dumbass. Him and the other one, Glenn, they coached their worst game in the biggest game of our life. We should have never lost to Washington Redskins. I mean, the Commanders. But it's
30 points. 30 points. 30 points.
So
it's him. It's him. He stopped running the ball. Run the fucking ball. They can't stop the run. Run the ball. That's why y'all gonna have problems with him. Because he like to pass and be cute. And he gonna get on your nerves too, running fucking passing drills with the offensive linemen. Yeah, I'm like, look at him doing the same garbage. Telling you gonna get tired. Watch, you're gonna get tired.
I'm calling this now. I'm gonna call this now. All right, just for you, seventh letter. Here we go.
Fuck out of here.
It's such a low bar to improve the Bears' record, though. Like, it's easy to win that because they're going to go from 5 wins to 8 wins.
Thank you,
he's going to look like a genius.
Yeah.
I think he already does. Like, he's already kind of changed the expectations. He's changed. Like, I love how he is addressing Caleb and the team and really holding them to a higher standard. And I get it. Like, I've been jealous of the rest of you, your coaches, because you have done that. As a Bears fan, we have not seen that. We've seen Eberflus. We've seen, a guy who wrote a guy who wrote a book in Canada about, Canada or whatever, wore glasses and it was bizarre. The whole thing has been bizarre.
Yeah, who wrote a book?
I can't even think of his name now. He looked like a nerd, absolute nerd.
That's every Bears coach for the last.
Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is changing. I don't know, G Walker, if you remember his name, it'll come to me, but I don't want it to.
Man. It's all cute, man.
This is the year.
Back, man. It's all it's
coach wrote a book.
Pajamas, man.
Yeah. The guy with glasses. Is
it Jerron? Is it Jerron?
Nope. It was after
Fox? Not Fox. It wasn't
not Fox. Nope.
Jerron.
Nope. This is Guess the Bears coach.
There's been so many of them. It's so hard
to. This is the year.
Honestly, it's too big of a
Jeff Tedford.
Nope.
Damn.
Bears head coach history. Mark Trestman.
I forgot about him.
Trash man. He wrote a book. He wrote a leadership book. He actually gave it to all his players. Said, "Hey, read this." It was bizarre.
But he was a terrible leader.
I mean, bizarre is being a little nice, I think.
It absolutely is. This is a family show. Come on.
Language. These guys are going crazy today.
Bears are a buddy that can't keep a relationship alive, but he's telling us this is the one. Thanks, Miles. Love that one there. Lambda alone. Yes, leave me alone. Oh. We'll call Mark Trestman that. Lots of great comments tonight. Definitely appreciate everyone coming on. Now, obviously, you can find me on NFL Outdated on Twitter X, on YouTube. Find us on Freezin 4 Pod on the TikTok. And seventh letter. We need to do some dances here. Come on. Let's get some hip.
My knee up.
So you can't.
Wait, we've gone from basketball to dancing at this point.
There you go. I know I can beat him in basketball.
You don't want that smoke.
Well, your knee's down.
You don't want that one.
All right. Yeah, I don't want you to hurt your knee on my account. All right.
That's right. It's hurt pretty bad too.
So as we close out, definitely appreciate everyone coming on. Where could everyone find you, Dre, as we close out?
You can hit me up on X. That's Skullman Sports.
All good stuff. Definitely lots to come from the Vikings. We'll kind of see where everything goes. Obviously, love to have you on as well. Dale from Average Cheese, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, you can find us at Average Cheese on Twitter. Also, listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can find a podcast.
There you go. You usually go Monday nights, or when do you usually go?
Usually on Tuesday nights we record.
Always good stuff. You have a lot of different. Your other Packer guy is overseas, right?
Yeah, Peter's from England. He's the smart one.
Well, there you go.
Facts.
Just like me.
Yeah,
spitting facts all the time.
Crack.
G Walker.
Sure.
Always glad to have you as a Bear Brethren. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me, G Walker, CNG Podcast on X, on Twitter, on Facebook. Me, CJ, and Allen, man, we get it in. Pre-game shows, post-game shows, once a week. You know how it goes. So type in CNG Podcast on X, Twitter, and Facebook. We'll pop up.
All good stuff. Definitely looking forward to kind of collaborating with you as well. And we're going to have a lot of good post-game celebrations this year.
Yes.
I'm going to try to be active regardless. Seventh letter. I'm going to be active regardless.
Yeah,
obviously
he's gonna be active. Yeah, his shit start getting out of hand. He had a fucking winery or something. He at the park. He sightseeing.
No, I'm actually on my couch. I'm on the couch with all the lights off. I'm just
like Andy, you saw that?
Rev,
no, I'm in the car.
Rev, I'm gonna send you some stuff in your DM, Rev. You've been highly annoying right now.
Yes.
So I'm gonna send him some stuff in this message when we get over here.
Do it. Definitely do that.
He's a reverend.
Yes, you gotta give him all the respect. It's wild in Detroit these days. A few years ago, the Fire AG chants were almost as popular as Jared Goff. Then now the AG chant when they missed Osama Ben Johnson. Wow.
That's right. It's really fuck him over here, man. You Benedict Arnold. You gonna run across the street? That
was yeah.
Kevin Durant, man.
He's a
Kevin Durant, man.
Division, bro. That made me. He's
Kevin
crazy for that. That's different.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it. Hey, and hopefully this will change, but seventh letter, where can everyone find you?
You're gonna find me on top of the NFC North again. That's where you're gonna find me. 7th letter 4 on Twitter X, same OG on Instagram and Facebook. Fly high AC baby. Good to be with you guys this evening.
Good to see
All right,
man.
Thanks for everyone commenting. Thanks for everyone joining us. Appreciate it. Once again, this has been the Freezin 4 North Podcast. We will catch you again next week. Have a good week, everybody.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Go.